part of your religious education syllabus, because they say, in a way that gives us a hint, a glimpse, that maybe something survives death. So death is not end. You're not snuffed out. Something continues to exist even after the body has stopped living. This is what they're discovering. And this is something that is well researched. So it's not something that's airy-fairy. There's a lot of research done on this, and you can find material on the internet, or if you go on Google and do near-death experience, you'll find a lot of material. A lot of it is wacko material. Watch it, but there's some real good stuff there. The good stuff is a lot of people, this is clinically proved, when they are declared clinically dead, means the brain has stopped functioning, the hearts have stopped functioning, the lungs have stopped functioning, the person is dead in every other sense, and then after a few minutes the person wakes up and, hello, I say, you go, what's happened? You suddenly come back. So they come back, people keep coming back like that. And it's not just once in a while. It happens quite regularly, if you like, not that regular, but it happens in many cases. So these are called near-death experience. So you can then quiz the person saying, what happened to you? And he will tell you his experience when you thought he was dead. He said, I wasn't dead. And then he recounts very interesting material. This is recorded, proper, scientifically researched material. He will recall that he could actually see what was happening in the operating theater. And suppose an operation is taking place and the person is declared dead, and the family come and they cry, and the doctor say, oh, sorry, madam, I couldn't say. All this they hear. The bodily, physically, they are dead. And they remember all these things. They actually see all these things happening, and they hear all these things happening. And they recall all this information. Tremendous bits of information. Very private, that nobody would have really even... They don't make it up. It's real. Because when they check, they say, exactly this happened, and this woman came and he was crying, oh, my husband, and see? And what this person is recalling is exactly word for word true. So the question arises, how did he find out? He was physically dead. The ears were not listening, there was no brain function, the eyes were not operating, they were closed. How could he see and hear what was happening in the operating theater after he was declared dead? So this is intriguing the science lobby, so they call it NDE. They must find special, kind of NDE, near-death experience, and they do a lot of research on it. It's ongoing phenomena. So the only thing is, we have got a hint that something survives death. We are not snuffed out. So this is the first thing that we got, some scientific, some acceptable evidence that something survives death. That's all we can say. And of course, the science is trying to explain it away, saying, it's just lack of oxygen in the brain that gives you that impression. And I don't know how this person found out. Maybe he's reading the minds of the people. When he comes back and he reads the minds of his relation, that's what they said, and he then brings it out. But the person, no, I vividly saw this happen, and then she came running, and then this thing happened. The doctor said, oh, don't cry. They recalls everything. And how did he bring that out? So it is intriguing. But the only thing is, it suggests that something continues. Look at the language I'm using. It suggests that something continues to exist even when we are physically declared dead. That's all we can say. There's still not proof for reincarnation. So how can we be sure that something is reborn? The same person that you are or I am will be reborn. How can we be sure? Of course, the best way would be to ask you. You've been born, says Hindu religion and all the Indic religions. You have been born again and again many a times. So surely remember at least one of your past lives. When you were a prince or a king or a queen or Cleopatra or whatever in your past life, surely you recall one of those past glorious lives. Now this life is boring, living in Ealing and all that. But last time it was Queen of Egypt or something.
Free e-learning course in Hinduism. To register, please visit www.hindu-academy.com.
Talks on Hinduism. Sponsored by People Care. Encouraging caring for the elderly in their own homes. For more information, please visit peoplecare.com.